Tonight, your life shatters like glass, and you watch 1,000 versions of yourself falling in different directions. You were just walking home, replaying the same argument in your head for the 100th time. The person you trusted most betrayed you, or, at least, that's the story you've been clinging to. The anger is the only thing that keeps you from collapsing. Rain taps against the street. Lights smear across puddles. You are alone with your thoughts until the world jerks sideways. The ground cracks open like a mirror. Shards of reality rise around you, each one reflecting a different scene, a different you, a different life. In one shard, you're laughing with the person you hate right now, like nothing ever broke between you. In another, you've never met them at all. Your eyes look emptier, like you're missing a piece you don't know exists. In a third, you're not even there. The space where you stand in this world is just gone. A figure steps out from the spinning fragments. Their face looks a little like yours, and a little like no one you've ever seen. Don't panic, they say. You're not dead. You're in between. In between what? You ask, your throat tight. In between the lives you could live, and the one you're actually choosing, they answer. You're obsessed with one story, one betrayal, one mistake. You think that moment defines everything? I'm here to show you how small it really is. They touch a shard. You fall forward. You land in a world where the sky burns pink and gold at the edges of metal towers. You see yourself at a table, sketching designs, your eyes bright. The person you resent walks up behind you, hands gentle on your shoulders. There is no betrayal here, only trust built slowly, piece by piece. You watch as you argue with them, fail with them, forgive them, over and over. The pain exists, but it does not poison everything. So in this life, they're not a villain. In this life, the guide replies. You talked. Instead running. You listened, instead of assuming. You still hurt each other, but you didn't turn that hurt into a weapon you point at yourself every night. The scene dissolves. Another shard pulls you in. This time, the world is harsher. Gray skies, cracked concrete. You see yourself moving fast. Hoodie up, eyes hard. You never trusted that person here. You pushed them away before they had the chance to disappoint you. You are safe from betrayal, but you are also safe from closeness, from help, from real connection. You watch this version of you succeed in some ways. Independent, untouchable, never asking for anything. But at night, they stare at the ceiling with a look you recognize too well. The look of someone who has no one to call when the noise in their head is too loud. Here, the guide says quietly, you protected yourself so aggressively that you never let anyone matter. What's worse? You ask, trusting and getting hurt, or never trusting and still hurting. They don't answer. They simply touch the next shard. Now you're in a place that feels almost like your own world, but slightly off. The streets are familiar. The air smells the same, but something inside you is different. You're older by a few years. Wiser, maybe. Softer, definitely. You see yourself sitting with the same person who betrayed you in your world. But here, you're the one apologizing. You hear your own voice confessing. I blamed you for everything because it was easier than looking at my part in it. You watch their shoulders drop, not in victory, but in relief. In this life, the two of you hurt each other, then chose to grow instead of staying frozen in the worst moment. Is this real? You ask. All of them are, the guide says. They're not fantasies. They're paths your choices create. You're angry because one version of your story shattered, but do you see now? There were always other ways it could break, and other ways it could heal. The shards spin faster, faster, until they blur into a storm around you. Images flicker. You alone and bitter. You with new friends. You choosing revenge. You choosing forgiveness. You still stuck in the past. You finally moving forward. 1,000 pieces of you. Some brighter, some darker, but all made from decisions, not destiny. Terror mixes with awe. So, which one is the real me? You shout over the wind. The guide steps close. Their eyes are steady, kind. All of them, they say. You are not one moment. You are not one wound. You are a million tiny choices, stacked into a shape you call me. They take your hand and place something cool and solid in your palm. A small, transparent shard that reflects only one thing. Your face, exactly as you are right now. This is the only piece you can change, they say. You can't rewrite every you, but you can redirect this one. The storm begins to slow. Shards drift away into the dark, taking their worlds with them. You're left standing on the original street, and still tapping the pavement. Phone buzzing in your pocket with a message from the person who hurt you. Your first instinct is the same as always. Replay everything they did, rehearse your anger, dig the wound a little deeper. But now you see that reaction as just another branch, another shard, another version of your life where this pain becomes your whole identity. For a long moment, you don't move. You just breathe. What do I do? You whisper. Something different. The guide answers. Not perfect. Just different from the choice that's been keeping you stuck. You realize, Diffra doesn't have to mean instant forgiveness or pretending nothing happened. It could mean writing how you really feel instead of exploding. It could mean walking away from someone who keeps cutting you, even if you still love them. It could mean focusing on building a life that isn't orbiting around what they did. You look at the shard in your hand one more time. Your reflection looks scared. It also looks free, in a way, because now you know, this version of you is not trapped by what already happened, only by what you keep choosing next. You slide the shard into your pocket like a promise to yourself. The streetlights hum back to normal. Cars pass. Somewhere far away, all those other yous keep living out their stories. Some will find peace, some won't. But this one, you, here, listening to this, that's the one that matters most right now. Your life is not one broken piece. It's how you arrange them. If this story made you see your own choices differently, don't let that realization disappear into the same old pattern. Tap LIKE. So you remember this moment, and subscribe to future you stories for more journeys into the lives you are still able to build from the pieces you already have. Because the past may be shattered, but what you do with the fragments is still up to you.